belong to a few sleep groups on Facebook. One sleep group that I belong to has almost 400,000 members. This is just one child sleep group of parents seeking help with child sleep. And oftentimes when I read these posts, what's happening is that the parents, the way that they're interpreting their child, they're not adjusting to having a life with the child. What I mean by that is that when you have a child, your life is going to change dramatically. You can't expect your life to be exactly the same like before. You can't expect the child to behave and act the way you want them to so that you can continue living the way you were living before the child. What's happening is now a child is coming into your life. We have to understand what is required to support that child's development. And so what that means is that there's going to be some adjustments required from the parents. Now, that doesn't mean that whatever the child does, we have to follow. No. But at the same time, it's not appropriate to force the child to fit into our old lifestyle. So that is why at IPHI, we teach a team-based approach, which means that we're taking into consideration the parents' needs, we're taking into consideration the child's needs, and then we're bridging those two worlds together. We're connecting and uniting those two worlds so that we can meet the needs of the parents, and the parents have to have some flexibility, and we can meet the needs of the child. So in these sleep groups, you often will see the parents complaining, "Oh, I can't believe my child is 5 weeks old, continues to wake up during the night." Well, of course your child's going to wake up. Your child is 5 weeks old. Now, could we improve that? Sure. If we were to look and evaluate at the situation, perhaps they're not dimming the lights enough. Perhaps they're not also being quiet enough. Perhaps they're not aware of anti-pro sleep foods. Perhaps the mother's energy is very anxious and she's not aware how that's impacting her child. So even with a young child, of course, we most likely will find areas to improve. But at the same time, it's important that we understand that the child waking up at night at that age is normal. It's not something foreign. And for a lot of parents to expect this is also unfair to the child. It's really important for us to become real with what it means to have a child. Having a child does not mean that now you get to be how you always were. It's a huge life change.